Ever wondered how filmmakers capture those impossible cinematic macro shots? The kind where you travel inside a mechanical watch or glide right next to a tiny insect. Usually, that requires thousands of dollars in professional camera gear, but today, we're doing it with a smartphone. NEEWER sent over their brand new 18mm 2x macro probe lenses. And yes, I have both versions here, the 90-degree and the 180-degree. These aren't just regular macro lenses. They let you slide into places no phone has ever gone before, completely transforming your mobile filmmaking. In this video, we'll see what they can do, compare the two angles, and find out if they're actually worth your money. Let's get into it. All right, let's start with the unboxing. NEEWER is really stepping up their presentation here. The lens arrives in a standard cardboard outer box, but inside, you get this rugged, premium aluminum carrying case. It feels incredibly solid and tells you right away that this isn't just a cheap smartphone toy, it's serious gear. Pop the latches open, and everything is neatly packed in dense protective foam. First up, we have a USB-type charging cable. That's for the built-in LED ring light at the front of the lens, which we'll test in a minute. Next is this robust lens support bracket. It features an Arca-style base with both 1/4 and 3/8 inch threaded holes, letting you mount the lens securely to a tripod or a slider for super smooth camera movements. And finally, here is the star of the show, the 90-degree version of the LS-51 probe lens. Holding it in your hands, the build quality is outstanding. It features a fully aluminum alloy barrel that feels durable and scratch-resistant. It's surprisingly slender, packed with 16 optical elements inside. This design is what allows you to slide the camera deep into places you could never reach before. To use this lens, you need a compatible setup. I'm screwing it directly into the NEEWER Phone Cage, which has a dedicated 17mm thread. The connection feels rock solid, with zero wiggle room. It perfectly aligns the probe lens with the main camera of the iPhone 17 Pro Max. As soon as I fire up the camera app, you can see the magic happen. The perspective shifts completely. It turns your phone into a powerful macro tool, giving you a unique view of ordinary objects right on your screen. Because the lens is so long, stability is key. That's where the support bracket comes in. It locks onto the barrel, taking the weight off your phone mount and completely eliminating any micro shakes when you put it on a tripod. Now, let's take a look at the second option, the 180-degree version. Inside the box, you get the exact same premium aluminum case and identical accessories. You'll find the same Type-C charging cable and another lens support bracket. But the lens itself is a completely different beast. While the first lens features a 90-degree periscope tip, this 180-degree version is a straight probe. It shoots dead ahead, exactly where you point your phone. Having both options gives you massive creative freedom. The 90-degree version is perfect for sliding along flat surfaces or looking down into tight spaces from above. This straight 180-degree lens, however, is your go-to for standard push-in shots. It's ideal for traveling straight through objects, entering narrow openings, or moving alongside a subject in a straight line. The build quality here is just as spectacular. All metal, very durable, and feels completely professional in the hands. It's just a matter of choosing the right angle for your specific shot. NEEWER packs 16 optical elements in 12 groups inside this incredibly slender barrel. It uses high-definition, multi-layered optical glass. This means you get edge-to-edge sharpness with minimal distortion, which is usually a massive issue with smartphone macro lenses. Now look closer at the front tip. There is a built-in lead ring light. This is an absolute lifesaver because when you push a lens deep into narrow spaces or dark gaps, you lose all ambient light. You can easily charge it using this weather-sealed USB Type-C port right on the barrel. Everything here is built like a tank. The aluminum alloy construction is scratch-resistant and completely anti-rust. NEEWER clearly designed this kit for creators who don't just shoot in a clean studio, but actually take their gear out into the real world. To get those buttery, smooth, cinematic movements, I set up a complete NEEWER ecosystem. We have the 180-degree lens secured on the support bracket, mounted to the ER1 Camera Slider, which is sitting on the TP64 tripod. It looks a bit crazy and massive from the outside, but watch as the slider moves toward this red toy dog. This automated setup gives you precision control for perfect push-in macro shots. Now, here is where the 90-degree version completely shines. Instead of pointing the whole phone straight down, you can keep the camera horizontal and let the periscope tip do the work. I have it suspended right above a detailed brooch, capturing it from an angle that would normally be impossible without blocking your own light. And just look at the actual footage from the iPhone. The details on this brooch are absolutely stunning, perfectly sharp, and completely stable. It looks like it was shot on a high-end Hollywood cinema camera. To really push these lenses to their limits, I took them out of the studio and into the deep, wild forests of Finland. This is where the slender design becomes a game changer. Look at this setup. I have the iPhone 17 Pro Max mounted on a mini tripod right on the ground, surrounded by rough rocks, thick pine needles, and wet moss. The lens is pushed incredibly low, right against a simple pine cone. Normally, getting a smartphone camera this close to the ground at this exact angle is physically impossible. Your phone's body would hit the rocks, or you'd block all the natural light. But with a 34-centimeter long barrel, you can just slide the lens right into the environment while keeping your phone safe and dry. It allows you to explore nature from a completely new perspective, almost like you're looking through the eyes of a tiny insect. And just look at this final footage. The texture on this pine cone is unbelievable. Every tiny detail is razor sharp, and the natural background blur looks like it came from a professional cinema lens. It completely changes what we think is possible with mobile filmmaking. Bottom line, if you want to upgrade your content and capture angles that will make your viewers stop scrolling, the NEEWER LS-51 probe lenses are absolutely worth it. Both the 90 and 180-degree versions offer endless creative possibilities. I've left links to both lenses, the phone cage, and all the gear used in this video down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.